It's time to let them burn, 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 because we've never seen this many Infernos in a 1v1. We've got a 1v1 between, in the red, Fahx with hovercraft, with an engineer commander, the heavy Fahx machine and Claymore as the blueprint, alright, against HJkia in the blue, with the burn as well, Kodachi, so playing as tanks, with an engineer commander as well. But no specific blueprint, just a single Kodachi, or like standard Kodachi. Oh, apparently wind generators not in range to overdrive the metal extractors. Could be a little annoying later on, but hey, doesn't matter too much. These generators, 0.5 wind floor each, so pretty efficient, not the most efficient ever, especially not at our current 5% wind speed. And important to note for this map as well, 4.0 maxes. Total of 4 on this map. So we're likely going to have like 2 per player. But for now they're not rushing towards them. A little bit of a rush, I guess. Just prioritizing them with your commander pathing. Makes sense. Nothing major, not like you would see in a team game. Where it's like, well, player 1 starts out there. And then you just rush forwards and then like build a factory there even. Nothing like that. No rushing of that sort. Maybe Flea Hermit for I don't know, that's probably just talking about a previous match or something like that, not really sure. Anyways, daggers over here. Not really able to push forwards, I mean, commander there, loaders there. No real shot for like 4 daggers to move in there. Might be able to just pick off the max itself, yeah, there it goes. But yeah, no investment really, so it doesn't matter too much. And over here, Kodachi gets cleaned up. So for now, since they have only lost a single dagger, 400% attrition for Fahx. So OP. Hover should be nerfed. Look at that attrition. Against the attrition factory. Or like one of the attrition factories. I guess Shieldbot says it's a very high attrition factory as well. But hey. Also, something that, well, HJkia doesn't really need to do because they have Kodachi. Starting out with relatively far forwards max already secures like this entire area without ever having to build anything there. So yeah, going for the forward max first, it costs you a little bit of additional time, but at least it holds like HJkia off from like pushing this. Whereas if you had like started here, you would have likely needed to go for a couple of loaders even, just to defend that area, whereas now you can just build 1 loaders forwards. And you can leave this pretty much undefended. A wrong location for these daggers. They should not be going into the lava. Kodachi, of course, on fire towards enemy, is doing a very good job with the attrition for now. Daggers not really able to get in range. Yes, they are faster, but there you go. Daggers from the other side, finally able to catch them. Able to catch that Kodachi. On this map, 2 middle geothermal spots. So holding the middle, even though there aren't really any maxes, if you can secure this entire plateau, that is still worth it, if you decide to build those geothermals. But since there are like an additional 2 geothermals for each player, it might not make the most sense to build them that far forwards. Though of course this is also quite far forwards, assuming this map gets split like that. Diagonally. Over here, Kodachi engaging against the single loaders. Not really moving around, doing anything weird, but should still be able to clean it up. There it goes. And that means Quill will get cleaned up. Not really, because of the bolus. So yeah, Quill does survive. Max actually does survive as well. And can we talk about how sad bolus is, by the way? Why cause his friend Kodachi died? It was a retreat and Kodachi do. Okay, sure. I didn't see it, so I can't really say anything there. Over here, Bolus is having a bit of a hard time against 3 Kodachis, though. And once again, Kodachi managing to sneak forwards, get at least 1 max kill. Doesn't automatically make it worth it, and it does go down in the end. So just through reclaim, it should still be pretty good for Fahx. And hey, they're not able to spend their metal anyway, so who cares, you lose a max. 29 energy only. Ouch. Yeah, low wind for now. Only like 20%. So yeah, that does definitely hurt them a lot. No energy on these maxes at all. No wind, no solar generators. No solar panels there. So yeah, great eco, but you can't spend it. Mace, not in the best position ever, but hey. Still able to damage the commander a whole lot. Still might be able to make it, well, possible for those scalpers to easily snipe it. Ogre coming in. But against double Scalpel, Ogre really shouldn't be the answer. But hey, Scalpel moving forwards into the Lotus. So we'll go down. Only gets a single shot off on the Ogre. Mace on its own, not able to do it. Scalpel here, still reloading. So the Ogre will stay up unless they keep it forwards while reloading or like repairing. Yeah, okay. Will still stay up since the Scalpel is still quite far away. Still 640. Yeah, no, okay. Not in one-shot range anymore. Geothermal for Fahx is coming up. Alright. Overdrive grid is struggling a little bit over here. Doesn't matter too much. And Claymore blueprint is very weird, by the way. It can make sense in certain situations when you're like facing off against like an insane number of daggers or glaives or whatever. It might be a good riot for that, just because of the high AoE. But against tanks it just doesn't make sense. Over here, a couple of ogres. We have already seen someone spectate it here. It's all ogre now. But one ogre going down. Commander still not in the best position ever. Especially not against this many scalpels. Stinger will go up relatively soon, but still might not be in time with the scalpels coming in already. Going to be close, depends on... Yeah, they have all reloaded. They're not really making up their mind on what to do. Blitz, able to soak nicely. Good job, dodging. So alright, Stinger will go up. Will secure this position quite nicely. Because yeah, Scalpel against Stinger is not ideal. For now, just going Mace Scalpel. Focusing all of their efforts up north though. Porking up down south and focusing everything else up north. Not sure if I like that. Maybe focus a little bit more on the middle. If you can afford that. Because if you can just push into the enemy base. I might prefer that. But I mean, yeah. Looking at how many forces there are still for HJkia on the northern side. It makes sense that you do need to hold this position. You don't want to have them come into your base. It's just because you're being pushed that heavily. Maybe build a couple more base defenses. Yeah. And Harpy, I hope. Could be. Last match I saw Fahx go Gunships. They also build a couple of Harpies. Not as their starting unit, but still. They did build them, so they probably know when or how to use them. Geothermal doesn't seem to be in a very happy spot right now. Minotaur coming in. No real opposition. Sure, one bolus. Who cares? There it goes already. And GG, maybe? Well. Hello? Was the factory not cooperating? Das Fapital. It's all Joe for now. Come on, Das Fapital. Really? Fire emoji? What? D. Okay, I'm missing things, I'm pretty sure. I don't really mind it. Oh well, that's not mine. Oh, there was probably like a ping there that I'd already destroyed before. Ah, okay. Or is it just the fact that Dasvapira doesn't grid their maxes at all like last game? Oh well. HJkia though seems to be kind of running away with this match. Just purely looking at map control. Yeah, it's not looking too good for Fahx. Geothermal getting destroyed, 60% attrition only. But at least they are getting up their Harpies. Harpy against tanks is quite nice. Is able to slow them down. Does have like pretty decent burst damage, outranges quite a lot of the enemy units. Like especially also like with Ogre, like Minotaur I mean. Has a hard time hitting air units in general. It can, technically. But Harpies are quite dodgy. So yeah, most of the Minotaur shots will miss. Even if they do try to shoot at them. And there comes Cyclops. Is at least able to outrange the Harpies. Has a relatively fast projectile. Especially the slow beam. Since that's an instantly hit weapon, of course. So very fast indeed. And hey, anti-air on the field. Already investing like quite a bit. But of course does also make very easy work of both the Blastwings and the Harpies. And Blastwings, if they go down in the wrong location, yeah, that could be a very big deal, since then, well, the Scalpels will just get destroyed. Just because of how low HP those things are. Having two bad Blastwings is, well, yeah. Gunship switch against tanks is questionable. Okay. Yeah. Having like two bad Blastwings against your own Scalpels could just easily wipe this entire section. And Cyclops is outranging the mace. Does not outrange Scalpel. Luckily enough, I mean, it would be a little crazy if it did. But I mean, it's not exactly a very long way of doing that. They're quite equal in the range. Nimbus being a little annoying up north. Single Nimbus doesn't have that good a DPS, like 200, right? Yeah, 180 DPS only. For like a 700 cost unit, that's not a lot. Especially not because you're using it to raid, and now like, well, triple Etten comes in and it's already gone. That's like Fahx, what are you going to do? Going for the next switch? Well, it is a match that I was told like, well yeah, a bazillion factory switches. And kinda looks like it indeed. Also, Lance coming in. Lance great against Cyclops. Way outranges. And of course, anti-heavy. 3000 burst. So cleans it up in just a couple of shots. Long reload though, so it's not as if it's gone quickly. But still, 4 shots and the Cyclops is gone. Oh yeah, new projectiles. Ah. Nimbus looking a lot better than before. And moderators. You're currently facing off against like raider assaults. That's not really when you want skirms. But I mean, I guess you don't really have much that's better. You don't. Even though like, yeah, Mace, Riot of course, so should be the counter. Struggles a bit just because you don't really have the eco to fund that, or like, well, you do have good eco, but you just don't have enough of them. So yeah, Blitzball, very strong, is able to just stun them once they get in range. And because of how much faster Blitz is, yeah, it's easily getting in range of a mace. Advanced Geothermal is up. Look at the gridding. Only this Geothermal isn't gridded up. Everything else pretty much is. And HJkia also going for a little bit of reclaim. Same over here with Fahx. 2.6k there. And why would you make this in plain view? Well, hold on. Is it actually like in view? Oh my. You gotta send a message. I guess so. Yeah, that is not ideal. HJkia hasn't responded to it. Sees the advanced geothermal, hope he scouts it. Do you know? You don't know, but you could expect it. And both players currently struggling a little bit with their eco. Purely looking at access right now, yeah, over 1000 access for Fahx already, and like HJkia is also climbing. Fahx still though, sometimes with better eco because of all of the reclaim. There it goes, 100 plus eco. And hey, also discovering that, well, maybe that location for Magi. He could... That's a lot of text to it. He could make it very slightly further back and it would still be in range of both geothermal and the factory, and wouldn't be in range of HJkia's defenses. Absolutely right. Thank you, Paragraph Man. Yeah, would have been an option, sure. If you just look at where that would be like, well, here-ish, there, somewhere. This is like out of vision already. So yeah, would have been an option. They didn't go for that. Oh well. Look at that though. Singularity reactor coming up. There is the scouting. That is exactly what they wanted, the spectators. And next switch up is coming in from Fahx. Fahx really does like the factories. I mean, there it comes. Airplane factory, jump bots, striders, hovers, gunships. Well, before long they will have every factory in the game. At least that way they have choices. They will. And they won't have to like morph radar towers for sparrows anymore. They can just get an owl up or a sparrow by just using the factory. And oh, next up, EMF bots coming in as well. Same thing though, on the other side. Well, not same thing. HJkia also finally going for a bit of a factory switch. Going for rovers. For just fencer? Yeah, just for fencer. Not great against Halbert. But could be via, well, decent. Not really sure why you would like fencer now, actually. Why do you want fencer? I don't think fencer really does anything that your other units don't, right? No, I don't think so. I don't really see it. Anyways, Commander, the heavy fax machine is in a bit of trouble as well. Minotaur, do you run away? You kinda do, which is not ideal. Yep, okay, there you go. Commander, could have gone down, does not though. And there is the bulkhead printer. Bulkhead spam is incoming. Geothermal is now up. Bulkhead is the wrong amp bot to make, by the way. It's not great against the blitzers, that's for sure. It is a great attrition unit though. But yeah. Odin coming in as well. Still don't know what this insane range is on the Odin. In this case, is going to work out very good. Just because look at that target. Singularity reactor. 4,000 metal invested soon. And also nice. Nice and also nice. Dante coming up. Still though, let's take a look at army value. Yeah. 7,000 more invested into army for HJkia. I don't know. I don't like it. Also, oh, blast wings. There they go. Could that have been the reason why you go fencer? No. Alright. Topic closed. Don't know why they want them. I guess it works quite well against Moderator, but... Well, there they are. Dante and Odin, both up and running. However, I don't think that Singularity was spotted by HJkia. Or by Fahx. No, it was not. In which case, well... you have, or at least had, a couple more sparrows ready to go. It's coming in. It's going to target the geothermal. That's pretty much guaranteed. And too much AA, they said. Well, actually, it might just be too much AA for the Odin. And indeed, it is. It's a shame. That's 1500 value down the drain. And the wrong way as well. If they had moved like this way, they would have spotted the Singularity most likely and would have been able to destroy it as well. The annoying thing for Fahx now, though, is that, well, HJkia knows about your airplane factory, knows about you liking to go Odin. Fire! Fire in the hole! Burn them alive! Burn all of those high HP units alive! Doesn't make a lot of sense though. Against Fencer it definitely does though. But yeah. Singularity still up. I mean, that's going to be amazing overdrive. Look at those metal extractors bounce. And just spamming Inferno on front. I mean, it seems to be working. And yeah, I was like, well, it's a lot of high HP units, sure, but there were also so many of them. It's not as if they had like 3 Minotaurs. So, yeah. High AoE like Inferno can still make sense. But you just need to spam a couple more of them, and that's exactly what Fahx did. Reclaim now is coming in for Fahx. Overdrive is better for HJkia, but it's only 460 versus 330. A lot of wind, currently 40% wind, but all of them 0.5 wind floor each. And of course, quite a couple of fusions in the base as well. So yeah, Singularity, it's more efficient, but it's not as if HJkia has that much more overdrive than Fahx has. You say run, so nice. Barbecuing the Minotaurs. And we kinda missed it, but like the commander for HJkia went down. We saw the storage disappear, or at least they didn't have any storage at some point. These units though, all full HP. Could they be moving in to do something? Not really. Just because then you get pushed by all of that army value. Which honestly might still just be a good idea for HJkia to do. It's a lot of value there. Even just 7 Minotaurs, that's 6,000 value. 30,000 HP. And although, yeah, sure, that path is shorter than that path, they can't really cut you off easily, so you could still decide to just move in. And you say dead. Well, for now, Dante is not in fact dead. Cyclops not moving in. Now they are, but that's a little too late. Lance will be shooting at the Cyclops once again, just like before, but yeah. 23-second reload, it's not as if it has a lot of DPS. Not hitting the full burst either, just because it was moving. And just like the commander for HJkia, although that one has gone to sleep already. Yeah, Dante just idle. Not ideal. Fahx going for the anti-nuke even. Expects HJkia to have something amazing planned. And honestly, yeah, considering the fact that they are able to just invest 4,000 into a Singularity like that, it's not that far off for them to just invest it into a nuke. And especially with how many missiles Fahx has also spammed from that missile silo. Yeah, it is quite realistic that HJkia could have had a nuke by this point. They didn't go for that, so in that case, it's 2,000 value that's just, or like 3,000 value that's wasted. But hey, just wasting 3,000 value doesn't matter too much. But all of a sudden, HJkia gives it up. Momentum certainly was on Fahx's side, catching up in total value, getting ahead in army value, but it didn't really seem that over yet.